Alright, what's going on, everybody? So it seems there might be a chance we could see the Resistance franchise make its way onto the PlayStation 4. Sony has filed a new trademark for the name Resistance, specifically related to video games and electronic game services. Now, the last Resistance game that was released was Resistance Burning Skies, if you want to count the handheld spinoff, and Resistance 3 came out in 2011, I believe it was. Really? Was it? It couldn't have been 4 years ago already. It could have been. I believe it was 2011 or 2012. And since then, you know, most of us presume that the Resistance franchise was done. You know, it ran its course and, you know, served its time on the PlayStation 3, and we weren't going to see any more Resistance games, especially since Insomniac is mainly working on multi-platform titles, and they even stated that they would not be working on any more Resistance games. So the only possibility of us seeing a Resistance game, once again, is if Sony hands, which they obviously have the right to do because they own the Resistance franchise, is hand the game off to one of their own studios, or actually any other studio that they want, and tell them to make a brand new Resistance game. Now, me personally, I would love to see a Resistance on PlayStation 4. I would welcome that very much. I think Resistance definitely has its fans, especially from, you know, the original game. Afterwards, you know, it kind of went downhill from there. You know, the game had its fair share of popularity between 1 and 2, and, you know, between 2 and 3, you know, there was a huge decline in the game's popularity, and for a certain time it was played on a competitive level. So I think it definitely has its fans, its audience, and even some newcomers, I'm sure, if they, you know, really captured the essence of what people loved about Resistance. I think it would, you know, bring a lot of newcomers to the series also. I think it would do very well on PlayStation 4. And if for no other reason, it would be because just about everything on PlayStation 4 is doing fairly well. So I don't have any doubt in my mind that that game would, you know, do pretty good. And it really just depends on what studio Sony would give, you know, the rights to develop for. And I think it would need to be a reboot. I think a reboot would be needed, or even if it's not a reboot, it needs to be like a different story, you know, completely separate from the original, you know, trilogy, a different timeline or something like that, you know. So, but let me know what y'all think. Do any of you want to see Resistance on PlayStation 4? Let me know what y'all think. I'm out of here. Peace.